at the bus station at however you say it, and finally I'm waiting for the bus to Walibi. It'll be the first service of the day for the bus. It's 8:22 as of June 2017 is the first service. You have to get a return ticket on this bus. Walibi's a little bit of an awkward park to get to. So when you change on the trains, when you change at Amersfoort, there's a train to Zoal, or however you say it, and then there's one that is to there but also stopping at the station that you actually need. So do check the boards because it will say and whatever, well, N, which I'm presuming is and. But they actually do a bag check at this park, just to know. I'm in the queue for something called Platform 13. What this is, no idea. But it's the first ride you get to as you walk in the park, so everyone else seems to have come here, so why not? Pretty much 10:15, so the park only actually opened 15 minutes ago, and I've just got off my first ride. Platform 13 actually starts with a launch, which I was not expecting. Nice decent little coaster, a little bit short, but beware of them headrests, okay? That one does bang you about a little bit. We're not talking like the level of, say, Colossus at Thorpe Park, but it is still a little bit of a headbanger, so watch yourself a little bit on that one. The queue line for that was absolutely incredible, and it was a really nice bit towards the end of the ride itself, where you're going through in this sort of like a train bit. That's pretty cool. Yeah, check out a fountain. Pretty small park. I mean, the maps seem quite easy to use to navigate, so hopefully I shouldn't have too much trouble with that today. Should be an awesome day. Goliath, here we come. I'm liking the music around this park. I think I'm about to go on the water ride. I don't know, we'll find out. Gonna head probably to Goliath afterwards, but I think I need a nice quiet one after that platform 13. It's a little bit crazy. So far I'm really liking the queue lines. I mean, this one's just mostly grass, but then there's stuff like this as we get nearer. Thank you. I now see why everyone put their bags inside on this one. Who's gonna get the fountains? Oh, it's not me. Whoa! Really fast, actually. Okay, nice little rapids ride. Really quick to get on, just like a straight walk on for that. Park still seems pretty quiet, and yeah, decent ride. I mean, you get a few splashes here and there, but it's nothing compared to Efteling's one, I've got to say that. better than a lot of rapids out there, but it's certainly nothing particularly special about it, unfortunately. But there we go. Hey, second ride of the day, so can't really complain because it's still before 10:30. I've been on 2 rides. It's going quite smooth so far. I'm absolutely loving the vibe of this park and the scenery. Everywhere you go there's pretty like cool music and cool sights, like that castle thing over there. I think it's a ride entrance to what, I'm not too sure. And oh, that's the thing that takes you up and drops you back down, like a free fall thing. That one I think is an added charge. There's also the stalls to do the stuff to get the toys and that, which you're walking through towards Goliath. That drop tower looks cool. Oh, there's a single rider's line. Single rider, sweet. So I'm gonna get straight on this thing then. Yay. Okay, so I did the drop tower. Pretty nice launch up on that. It doesn't really drop you down though quite fast. Like, it looks like it does sort of from watching it. In 1 or 2 places it looks like the drop's fairly quick, but it doesn't feel that fast. Decent drop tower. Is it winning any awards as a drop tower? No, but there is a single rider's line, and it was pretty much the case of I walked up the single rider's line and I got straight on. I've just been on, what's this called, G-Force, which is a little bit like, I think it's Zodiac. I can't remember. I can never get all the names right for the little flats at Thorpe Park. It's a little bit like that, but it is a little bit more extreme than that, and you can actually really feel the G's. I see why they call it G-Force. The name is definitely very fitting for this ride. You get a nice long cycle on it as well. I mean, I don't know whether it's a case of maybe it's because it's the start of the day or not many people are riding it at the moment. There's like loads of empty carriages. Again, another walk-on for me. But it was a nice long cycle, in fact. You feel pretty secure in there. You're in sort of like the little things. So you fit 2 people in one very easily. So say, for example, if you're coming with a young child, it might be a good idea for the parent to sit at the back and the child on them. You really do sort of feel it pushing against you. And say, for example, if you try and like put your knees up when you're on it, that does not work. Like, because of the G's that are working against you. Let's have a little look at what it actually does. So it already starts quite quickly and then starts raising you up. Where you really start to feel the G's. It's not done yet. It's far from done yet. Still nothing yet. It's pretty much going upside down. Time it moves all the way round, you are going dead upside down on it. Does it for a fair while, then starts to bring it back down, but it takes its time doing it. This seems to be a bit of a shorter cycle than the one I got. Another point to make about the drop tower is you get some actual really nice views from there. So I sat like that side there, and then from there you can see Robin Hood really well. And you can also, if you look round, so if you're sat like on the side like that way, then you can see Lost Gravity, because I sort of turned my head and I could see it a little bit. Yeah, so getting on with a few more rides now, and I'm really enjoying this park. Like, pretty much out of my like 5 rides or 3 rides or 4, however many rides I've been on, most of them have been walk-ons other than platform 13. which is understandable. It's a coaster, it's right at the entrance to the parks. Everyone just goes on it straight away, like especially me, like blindly walking onto a roller coaster without realising it was a roller coaster until I looked at the map. But there we go. Go-karts there. I think they're self-controlled from the looks of things, so I'm not getting on that yet. I'm not particularly great at go-karts. Maybe a little bit later on. Getting pretty quiet. Look, 2 people waiting. Headed round for Goliath now. If there's anything along the way, I'll probably do it. Quite a few people headed this way, but I still can't imagine it's going to be a very long wait, judging by how the park's been so far. Nice views around the back of Condor here. Definitely getting on that later on. Right around that corner, we can see the lift hill for Goliath. This is the bad boy. This is the tallest and fastest roller coaster in Holland. There it is going. Doesn't look too busy near the ride station. I reckon this is probably going to be a walk-on. Maybe you need to wait for one cycle. But it's on 2 trains. Maybe even 3. There it goes. Hey! Okay, it's not a walk-on, but it isn't looking too bad. Lift hill's literally over the queue line. Well, okay, not quite, but right next to it. It's quite nice. To get these nice views of it as you're walking in the queue. Okay, now I'm bummed. I couldn't get on Goliath because of the restraints aren't big enough, basically. I mean, it's really unfortunate, and I'm sure like in the ride before me there were people who were bigger than me on the ride, so I don't know whether maybe it was the row that I chose. Leaving the station without me. I was literally sat in the front row. That's a shame. Massive shame. Still, onwards and upwards to Condor. And the other rides in the park, whichever I end up reaching first, but such a massive shame that I couldn't. That would be me right now. I'd be about to go over that drop. Experience the speed. But unfortunately not. Not this time. Always an incentive to lose a bit of weight though. English girls who were a little bit worried seemed to be alright with it. Seemed like they enjoyed themselves. Nice ride. Okay, so Robin Hood, I can safely say, best woody I've ever been on by a country mile. Yes, it beats Big Thunder Mountain at Disneyland. Obviously I've not done the Disneyland Orlando one, but I have done Paris. and it beats it. I mean, look at that lift hill. Lots of nice little airtime hills in that ride. Again, it chucks you about a little bit, but you expect it, especially from a woody. It's quite nice. It's, again, lap bars for woodies, and we've got lap bars actually mostly all over the park. Like Goliath has a lap bar, which I found quite surprising considering the size of the thing. You can see them all excited running behind me coming down, wanting to see their picture. She was a bit worried, so I calmed her down, that one, and just said thank you. That's what that was about. It's only about 12 o'clock now, probably a little bit before that, and I've done about half the park, so that's really good going. Really good operations staff. They're very, very fast on getting people onto the rides. There's not really the problems in the queue lines that I experienced at Efteling. People are a lot more calmed down here, although it is mostly a teenage crowd and some younger kids, a few adults, but largely a teenage crowd at this park, probably because of all the thrill rides. But it's good. I'm enjoying it. Merlin's Magic Castle now. Not really sure what to expect of this one. Right around the corner from Robin Hood. Maybe a dark ride, it could be a walk through, who knows. Either way, I'm sure it's certainly going to be interesting. Are you going to swing back round? Can't really see them because of the trees, but there we go. And trees everywhere in Holland's parks. I'm liking it. How long it'll be before I'm actually on this one, who knows, but hopefully not too long. We've not really had many long queues throughout the day yet. It's been about maybe 20 minutes or something for Goliath, and then I couldn't get on it, and about half an hour for Robin Hood. But that's not too bad going, considering I've been on everything else that I've come across. And I've already done half the park, so really good so far. I'm liking it. Well done, Walibi. Well run park, definitely a well run park. Nicely themed as well. It could be a little bit more consistent throughout, but what can you expect? I mean, it's quite nice overall. Just come out of the Merlin's Magic Castle. Decent ride. It's sort of like you go into this room and there's this little pre-show where there's this wizard guy talking about something. I have no idea what it says. It's all in Dutch, but there we go. And you go then through into this other room and you go across, and it's like a little sit-down one. And you get a lap bar come down on you. This thing actually comes down pretty hard on you. Like, a few people went, oh, because it does go quite tight, and then basically it moves you as if the room's moving. When actually it's you that's moving, obviously, and it goes up and down. You go up, like, I don't think it goes quite upside down, but it does go quite high, and like a big banana boat, but not, and slower, quite a bit slower. Definitely one for the kids to enjoy. I thought it was alright. It could have been a bit better, it could have been a little bit longer, but for what it was, I mean, I was waiting, what, 2-3 minutes for it, so it's not a great loss of time. And it's something I can say I've done. I do like the views all around this park of like the rides that you get, like oh, doing some little like tugboat thing and get across the river. To see if I can try and do that later. I like all the little huts and stuff around. It's quite a nice park. It's not as pretty as Efteling, but it is quite nice still. A log flume up there. What I'm headed towards now is something that resembles Ramsay's Revenge a little bit. Every corner you turn in this park, there's something new. Look at that theming on there. That's really well done. Yeah, looks almost exactly like Ramsay's. Yeah, I've just got off Excalibur, which is pretty much like Ramesses' Revenge at Chessington. On this one though, you don't get wet really at all. You get a tiny bit of spray. Like, I don't know whether it usually operates that way or whether they maybe turn the fountains up when it's hotter, or I don't know. But again, decent ride. We'll put it this way, it didn't go down once when I was in the queue line, it didn't go down when I was on it, so that's definitely better than Ramesses' Revenge in that the theming of this ride is beautiful. I mean, look at it. It's like old wooden design, Excalibur, written in old style section. Oh, we got some people waving. We've got like flames at the side, little crosses and stuff. It's all very sort of like Middle Ages and like maybe like Merlin and Arthur sort of type theming on this ride. We've got a decent little circuit on it as well. It does run for quite a while. Maybe not quite as long as Ramesses' Revenge when it does the whole we're going to do a more intense one, get off if you're not sure about it sort of thing. That's the only thing that maybe could be slightly improved about this ride, is just the length of the circuit. Generally pretty quick to get on, not that long of a wait. It's more sort of open etc around the ride, so you can actually get closer and like film stuff and take more pictures, which is better. Generally a really good ride. I know I was sitting next to some Dutch people who spoke English and they said it was really good and one of their favourites as well. They said, oh, lots of flips, which I agree, lots of flips on that ride. Let's watch it. There it goes. I've even got the little sword underneath, that's a nice touch. It's starting to rain a bit now. I'm hoping it don't rain too heavy because I've not got on Condor or Lost Gravity yet. If it's rain or splashback from that I'm getting. I'm going to make my way probably back over to Condor because I haven't actually done that yet. I sort of walked past it when I was trying to go on Goliath and failing epically at that. Still got to do Lost Gravity as well. There's a log flume as well I still got to get done, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Depending on if I see where the entrance to this log flume is on the walk round, then I might tend to just hop on that. Just while it's raining, I don't think as many people are going to be wanting to go on a water ride, so I'm hoping the queue should be a little bit shorter than it would be otherwise. Not that the queues have been bad here, they really haven't. Again, quite reasonably priced food over here. We've got another pizza stand. It's definitely not bad. Lots of options for food later on. There's a little train that goes around this park as well. Again, I've not done that yet. I've not done that big Ferris wheel yet. But yeah, hopefully I'll get on everything today. I'll be a bit bummed if I don't, to be perfectly honest, but I'll take what I can get. It's been an awesome day. I've really enjoyed this park. I think probably I've even enjoyed it more than Efteling, to be perfectly honest. I mean, Efteling's got one or two major highlight rides, but it's just so big and it's hard to walk around. Here everything's sort of like in one big circle around the park, and that's quite nice. Quite a nice little teapot. I think it actually turns pretty easily. Just off El Condor, probably about a 45-minute wait on that one. Pretty decent ride. One thing I do want to particularly mention about this ride is the restraint system is actually really good. So they've got like padding either side of the head things here, so it does chuck you about and you're hitting the side of your head constantly, but with that padding you don't actually feel the pain of it like you do on a lot of other roller coasters. No names, Colossus at Thorpe Park. But that one's a lot more comfortable. It's not the greatest roller coaster, there's quite a lot of inversions on it. It's a decent little ride, do it, definitely do it, but don't expect the world from it, sort of thing. Nice theming around this ride. Kind of reminiscent of Swarm. The best bit, single riders. Oh cool, like the fast track people go through this weird train thing. That's kind of cool. Doesn't look like a very long single riders line. Should be on this pretty quick. Enjoyed that one. Lots of inversions on it. It's a little bit rough, not too bad though. Your head's sort of free to move about a bit. 8-person little carriage. It sort of reminds me of Saw a little bit in how the carriage is set up, but it looks a bit nicer. Obviously this is the newest ride in the park. It came in 2016, now as of June 2017. Quite nice theming around it, a little bit reminiscent of Swarm with the old buses and a helicopter and the cars and stuff. Not quite as good themed as Swarm. There's a few nice little airtime hills. Generally a really good ride. So I've just done two of the little rides, Drago and Tomahawk. I've got to say Drago, but then I knew that before I got on it, but oh well. Didn't really have to wait for it to straight on. Same really with Tomahawk, I got straight on, but Tomahawk, nice little flat. It's actually got quite a bit of force, get a fair bit of airtime on that, decent cycle. If you come to Walibi, get yourself on Tomahawk. People doing random symbols in the background. Yeah, and on Tomahawk, they've also got very similar to restraints in the clicking bit system, in the fact that they actually, you can do them tighter or looser. So I'm thinking maybe on Goliath earlier it was just that it was set really tight and I didn't look at it properly at the time. I'm sort of considering doing the Neurogen, but there's no one there with the tickets. Like the ticket booth, there's literally no one there. I have no idea what it is, but it's a new attraction that opened up in in April. I think it's 16th of April or something like that this year, 2017. So there's not an awful lot of information about it. I know it's some sort of virtual reality thing. Apparently it's meant to be quite good, but I think there's an additional charge for it. But as I said, I've not seen anyone there to do the tickets. If there was, maybe I would get one and maybe I would do it, but apparently not. So if there's someone by here later and I happen to be in the area again, then yes. If not, I'm not that bothered. A little kiddie area of the park. It's completely deserted. No school trips here. Moo ha 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 ha. The whole idea of that is to like splash other people, but there's like one person on it. Cool theming around this thing though. Like there's a little towel you can go up and squirt people on. It's not warm enough for that. Speed of sound. I heard it plays a song as you go round. And you go up and you go down and go backwards apparently. Don't know why I'm singing. Why has every single theme park got one of these? Okay, maybe not every single. Why has every single theme park outside of the UK got one of these? Hey, maybe one day I'll get on one. But it is not this day.
Op de A4. Nou, hij gaat gelukkig weg. Dag, Tigo. Ga maar weg. Ik zeg je ga maar weg.
Okay, so just come off of this bad boy, speed of sound. Pretty awesome. Jesus Christ, you feel the forces when you are coming back round backwards. I sat near the back of the coaster, not quite back row, but second from back. Wow. Reeling from that one a little bit. I really like that one. Yeah, I think I like that more than Lost Gravity. So far, speed of sound, I think, yeah, that's my favourite ride in the park. Does bash you about a bit though, but it was a good ride. Awesome thrill. Terrifying though. Right, with speed of sound in the background. Okay, just got off the launch tower for the second time again. If you sit that side, where the snack stand is, like opposite that, then you can see pretty good views of Goliath, Condor, and Lost Gravity. That's the one. I should know. I bought merch from it. Yeah. So if you want nice views, sit that side if you can. Yeah, been a really good day. Lots of good rides. Very bummed about Goliath though. So I think I need to do a lot more walking around theme parks to get rid of some of this stomach. And then hopefully next time I'll get on it. Because I do hope to come back to this park at some point. I've enjoyed the day. Been really active sort of throughout the day. Like been always constantly doing something. I had a few waits of about half an hour, 45 minutes, but nothing over the top extraordinary, like waiting 3 hours for a roller coaster. Apparently Lost Gravity can get up to 2.5 hours sometimes, because I was chatting with someone in the single riders line about that. Again, I say it about every park, but single riders, come on, do it on literally every ride. Why not? Like, what's stopping you? It would be so much quicker and nicer for people if that was an option. I know a lot of people would use it just because they think it's going to be quicker, but for the people who do come on their own, it would be really helpful. Yeah, so I'm going to check out the shop, and hopefully there'll be a merch haul video coming soon as well. So keep your eyes peeled, and that's it from Starzia Travels here at Walibi Holland. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, like the Facebook page. Yeah, if you've got any cool channels that you think I should watch, please recommend them down in the comments below. I enjoy watching theme park videos, particularly if I've not actually heard of someone before, or someone's a bit different in their vlogging style.